Hey YouTube and the scrapyard. So I'm gonna try and do this video, and I don't know if it's gonna be time-lapsed or if you're actually going to hear me talking. But anyways, lately I've been doing a lot of mixed media type of stuff with gelatos as well as PITT pens. And so here are kind of just some examples if you haven't seen what I've been making. I had another tag, but someone messaged me and really wanted to buy it. So of course I sold it to them. So thank you so much. You know who you are. I really, really appreciate when you guys buy my work. It means a lot, especially when you message me and I'm not even selling it. But you know, of course I'll sell anything because I make so much stuff. I just don't have room to store it all. But anyways, people have been really asking me to do a tutorial on how I use my gelatos as well as PITT pens. So I'm going to do my best and try and do some kind of tutorial, and you guys can basically watch me create. So I have a ton of products that get used for these type of things. So if you have never done this, I will warn you, it is an investment unless you already have a lot of this stuff. But so anyways, we'll go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to start with are some tags. Just some plain tags, nothing special. And you're going to be using gesso. Now I use an acrylic gesso, and I know they make other gessos as well as different colors, but acrylic pretty much works for any kind of medium that you use with it, which is why I really like it. I got this at Michael's. As you can see, it's huge. I've had it for a year, and I really haven't used that much. So let's see if I can even get it open. Oh my gosh. There we go. My little noodle arms couldn't get it open. So anyways, that's gesso. It just got on me. And of course, you're going to get really, really messy. But I think that's most of the fun when creating. And so I'm looking for my foam brush. Where did it go? Should grab another one. Okay. So I like to just use a foam brush because they're cheap and they're disposable, and I don't like to clean my brush after using gesso. And I get these on sale at Michael's 20 for $1, so it really doesn't matter. So what you're going to do is you're going to gesso over the entire tag. Just make sure you get a coating. It doesn't have to be super thick, but the thicker it is, the more texture it's going to have. And you can do this in any way. It doesn't matter. And you're really going to see the texture and your brush strokes when you start to use your gelato. So that I put too much. So, and I want to warn you guys that my heat gun, my heating tool, literally broke last night or the night before. So for right now, I'm using my hairdryer. And you can even add some little texture like that. It really doesn't matter. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and gesso all these at the same time and just get them out of the way. These buddies gessoed. And what I also love about gesso is that if your project doesn't turn out the way you want it to turn out, or what you were visioning for it to look like, you can always re-gesso over your project and just restart. So if you guys, try even on canvas and don't like it, you re-gesso over it, and that's that. Okay, so again, I'm using my hairdryer because that's what I have. Okay, so these are dry now. It doesn't take long at all to dry. And if you guys can kind of see, it's got a really chalky consistency because there actually is chalk in here. But you can kind of see the texture. Okay, so that's always the first step, is to gesso. Very easy, nothing to it really. Okay, next, these are PITT pens, and these are gelatos. These you can get at Michael's. Michael's is limited in the colors, but it's a great way to start with them because you can use a coupon or they go on sale. And they also have, they come with the stamp and a paintbrush, but literally the paintbrushes are no good. Like, obviously I can glue this, but they're just not great paintbrushes, but I don't use them anyway, so it doesn't really matter to me. So I have almost every color that they make. The ones that I don't have, I'm not really interested in getting right now. This is, you know, plenty for me. So we will go ahead and start it. So obviously you're going to need a few gessos, or gelatos, I'm sorry. And we're just going to start with some basic colors, blues and purples. You could just have up to 3 colors, even 2 would work. So I'm going to do some blues and purples, and this is what we call a mini mister. So it's just got some water in here, so you do need some water. And now I'm just going to, let me get in frame here, just going to kind of color around the edge. It doesn't have to be perfect. Mixed media, you don't really think about it. It's actually hard for me to talk and do this because I feel like I'm thinking, and so it might not turn out the way I want it because I don't think when I do this. I just go with the flow. Okay, as you can see, it looks messy. It looks like, you know, a little kid colored it, and that's fine. So now you're going to take your mini mister, and I don't like to get it too wet, just about 2 or 3 sprays, and then you're just going to have fun with it. You're going to get right in here. And you can even wipe some off. And I like to actually like go in all different ways. All different. I'm okay with fingerprints in it. I feel like that's all part of the character. As you can see right here, you can start to see the strokes of the gesso. So if it gets too dry, all you need to do is go back and add more water. I prefer to add less water and go back and add more as having too much water. It just blends like too much for me. But the beauty of this is you can always go back and add. Just get it partially dry. It doesn't have to be all the way dry. So once I have like a first coat is what I guess you could call it, I like to go back and kind of darken up the corners. As you can see, I didn't even add water because it's still partially dry or wet. It's not like soaking or anything, but it's still a little dry or wet. I keep saying the wrong word, of course. So, you know, there is no wrong to this. It's just about having fun. And this is a silver one, which I thought was really like not my style, and it came in this pack. But they were on sale for like $1.79, so I just got them. I'm really glad I did because I love this silver. It adds a really nice shimmer effect. So I'm not really into the color silver, which is why I wasn't attracted to it. But if you just put it on here and kind of rub it around, you get a really cool shimmery look all over it. And it doesn't matter which stage you add this in. You guys probably won't be able to see, no, not really, but it has a really nice shimmer to it. And I hope you guys can see the brush strokes in there from putting on the gesso. You can kind of see right here. So I really like that. So once you have it to where you like it, just go ahead and dry it. And, you know, you can also go back and add like a lighter to lighten it up. Just put it on there like that. So that's that. Okay, so now what we're going to go ahead and do is, let me find a stamp here that I like. Okay, so this is my favorite stamp. Pretty much all of you have seen it. It's by Dina Wakley, and it's called Lonely Girl. And yeah, I really have gotten my $11 worth out of this stamp. So I'm just going to put her here like this, and I'm going to go ahead and use Stays On. And I really like this ink because it works on so many surfaces. So, and I'm constantly losing my acrylic block, so I put this on and it really doesn't help. But anywho, okay, and I also need some kind of hard surface to stamp on. This is also a canvas with gesso or gelato and gesso on it. but for now I'm just going to use it as something hard to stamp on. So, making a mess here. So I'm just going to stamp on here. And then I'm going to take my tag. Let's do her about right here. Let's hope it comes out cute. If not, there's always another side to the tag. Not everything's going to turn out how you like it. So there she is, and it's stamped really nice, a really clean, crisp image. So I'm just going to clean this stamp off really quick. Okay. Alright. Okay, so here is this. So now I'm just going to heat it up real quick. And, okay, so it's dry. So now what we can go in and use some PITT pens, where did they go? Right here. Okay, now PITT pens are a lot more expensive than the gelatos. So, and honestly, the gelatos are a lot more fun than the PITT pens. I love the PITT pens, and they work hand in hand really nicely. With these PITT pens are really awesome. Without gesso on your project, these pens really work as normal markers, but with gesso they work amazing, and I will show you guys kind of how to do this. Okay, so this is the big brush pen. As you can see, the tip, and you know, it doesn't like move, like it doesn't get ruined easy. It's very flexible, which is why I like it. So this is obviously orange. So I'm just going to go on the outside, and I'm going to kind of smear here. Now you probably can't see this well on camera, but you can kind of see that orange effect right there. And I can go over it a couple times if I like. Kind of just dab it. But it's going to kind of give a halo effect around this lonely girl, which I like. Just adds another color and some dimension. So, and I always recommend doing kind of short strokes before it dries instead of going like this all the way around. If you do that, it's fine because it might dry, but you can always go back over it and re-smear it, so it's not the end of the world. It just, sometimes they dry too fast on you. So anyways, I hope you can see this little like halo type effect around her, and you know, it just adds another color in the mix, because I like my mixed media to be bright yet dark at the same time, if that makes sense. It makes sense to me, but I never know what you guys think. So okay, then I'm just gonna kind of go in here and just play around. Now I can leave that color and let it dry. But if I was to go in and smear it, obviously it would be a lot lighter. But I do like that to be dark. Just going to go in here and kind of blend this out. And these PITT pens come in many different colors. I don't have all of them, but I'm pretty sure I got a lot of them. So I bought mine on the scrapyard, and I'm so thankful that someone sold them to me. These are awesome, and I got all mine for $50. That's a lot of money to spend on markers, but I've totally got my money's worth because I've been using them like crazy, and so it's awesome. And people have been buying a lot of my artwork that I make with these, so they're starting to somewhat pay for themselves a little bit. So it's, you know, that's been really cool, and it feels good that people wanted to buy my stuff. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked, and my boyfriend keeps telling me, oh, you need to sell your stuff. I was like, nah. But I just like to make stuff. I don't necessarily like to keep it, so it's kind of nice. So I'm just going in here. I'm not, you know, no rhyme, no reason. I'm just kind of blending some colors here. So, in her little crown, I'm just going to color it in, kind of brighten it up, smear this out, and go back in and color it. And the reason I smeared it out is to add some of that darker orangey, and it's got a little bit of red in it now, so I like how that looks. So, I mean, it's really simple. You know, this isn't, you know, it's just playing around. It's really no rhyme or reason. So, let's just do, I don't know what kind of word I want to do. How about we write, okay, so I wrote create life. I'm just going to go over it again so it's more messy because I don't want it to be perfect. And I just kind of add some dots randomly, I guess you could say. Sometimes even go around and outline her. So, and this is a smash pin. It's nothing special, but it actually is really special because I love it. But it's really just the pin that comes with the smash book. Okay, then I would like to go around here. You know what? Sometimes the gelatos get on that pen. These are my new markers from Kiani from the scrapyard. She racked them to me, and I've been loving these markers. They're awesome. This is what the tip looks like. It's fine, but it's not like super duper fine. So here I'm just gonna kind of give this an edge, some kind of border, and it's just messy, sketchy type messy. So, okay. Then I always pick some kind of bright color for this little circular doohickey, and I just go over it like that. So there is the tag. So you guys, there's really nothing to this. I don't know if this is your style or not, but that's honestly all I do. I don't think about it, I just go for it. And if you don't like it, there's another side. You know, there's many tags that come in the pack. So that's really all I do. So now we will try something else. Let's see, what are we gonna try? We could even stamp with the gelatos. Sure, let's try that. I don't really know what I'm doing in this tutorial, guys. I really don't know what I'm doing. I never know what I'm doing. I just always like to play. So, you know, I just got so many requests for this tutorial, so I wanted to make it again because the first time it did not upload for whatever crazy reason, but it wouldn't. And it's not, I can do more than 15 minutes on my video, so I don't know what's the deal. Like, I can do like 30 minutes, I'm sure. So when you add a ton of water, this is more of the look you get. It's more of a watercolor look, and I kind of like the fingerprints. But see, you really have, it's all too blendy for me. So what I like to do is, if that happens, if I spray too much water like I did, I want to show you guys. Dry it. So you go ahead and dry it, and then this is where you come in. I'm going to use black. It's a little bit daring, but I kind of like the, you know, that dark edge that it gives. So I'm going to go and use black, and I'm going to come back in with this red. And I never really showed you guys what a gelato is, but it's really creamy. It's kind of like chapstick or something. So I kind of like to spread that out in the corner. Let's go back in with some pink. Love this hot pink color. So as you can see, I didn't even add water this time around because I didn't completely dry it. Is there any other colors? You can add some silver in here, add some shimmer. Okay, so now let me find a stamp. Okay, so we'll use this one. These are just some Tim Holtz stamps. This is how I store them. They're just in these little clear, they're not in a binder, they're just in a box, but I like to store store them like this, as you can see, and they don't get messed up. So that's how I like to store them. So we're going to use this little heart here. And these are his older stamps, so I know you can still buy them if you haven't seen them. And they're really inexpensive now because he's come out with so many more stamps. What do you know, guys? I lost my clear block again. I'm telling you. I always lose it. Okay, here it is. Ah! I don't know what to do. I don't even know where my little one went. Okay, so we're actually going to stamp with some gelatos. So you can really do any of these colors, but I need to do something dark, so... All you gotta do is you're gonna take your gelato right to the stamp. So that's all you do. You get it nice on there. And if you stamp on it, it's not really gonna show up. So that is why you need to use your mini mister. And when you use your mini mister, it becomes a watercolor effect. So 1 squirt, 2 squirt, whatever. So it's going to become a watercolor effect. Let me find some stamp on. Okay. So it's not going to be a perfect detail type thing. You kind of lose the details when you watercolor. So as you can see, that is what stamping with gelatos looks like. So now, I'm completely losing my mind. I'm losing my gelatos. So I'm going to go back over this again. Gonna add some water. Going to stamp again. I can't see with this darn washi tape on here now. It's not a smart idea. Ugh, whatever. I'll just guess. It doesn't really matter. Okay, so stamp that. And there's that one. And we'll go ahead and do it one more time. And I keep losing my black gelato pen. You guys, I'm so stinking messy. I lose everything. And I scrapbook on the floor because I'm in my first place, so you know, gotta do what you gotta do. But I don't mind, it's what I'm used to. So okay, we'll do one more stamp here. Okay, let's go ahead and stamp it down. And there is another heart. So I'm gonna go ahead and dry it. Okay, so it's dry for the most part. I think it's gonna be okay. And the gelatos won't hurt your stamp. You just need to, you know, maybe give it a little bit more effort to clean it, but, you know, it's really not a big deal. So, these have dried. So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go in with a couple of PITT pens, maybe like these colors. I don't really know yet. So, I'm just going to go ahead, come in here, and color. So, this tag, remember, has been gessoed, so these work, you know, pretty nicely. I'm just going to sloppily color, nothing special, and I'm going to go in here like that. And then something else I like to do is take my black Faber Castell PITT pen, and I kind of just like to add little dots. I just added little dots, and then I like to do this. I gotta do it faster because they dry. Kind of just, you lose the detail, but I kind of like that effect. So, kind of just, I kind of like that smeared effect. I don't know what the heck you call it, but I don't know all the lingo. I just play around. So again, I'm going to add some green in here. And then why don't we do this color? Yeah, let's stick with this color. And it's okay if this gets in here. You can just clean it off on the paper, and you should be pretty much set. And so if you, you know, don't blend them, you obviously got to let them dry or else they're going to wipe right off. So I'm just going to go ahead and give this an edge again. No rhyme, no reason. I just like the finished look that it adds. So there's that. Then I'm going to take some kind of color up here. Probably do like a blue. kind of just go in there and add that. So I like that look. And this kind of got in there, but it's okay. Can blend it out. See, you guys, I'm not perfect in any way, shape, or form. Okay, and these are Allie Edwards stamps, and they're called Favorite Memories by Allie Edwards. And so I'm going to use this smile sticker, not sticker, stamp. And where the heck did my acrylic block go? Ugh, you guys, I'm so not organized. Okay, so I'm just going to stamp this in my Stays On again. I love Stays On, even just for regular stamping on regular paper. It's always a clean image when I use Stays On. Okay. And I can't see what I'm stamping because I put this here. I gotta find some way to not lose it. And sometimes it doesn't stamp like that. I don't know why. It might be something to do with the gelato or me not having a nice surface to push on. Let's see here. Hopefully this will work. There we go. And now it's stamped. So I don't have a hard, enough surface. Okay, so now I'm just gonna make sure it's dry. Okay, and now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with, I don't know, how about green? Why not, right? Okay, and I actually prefer to use the smaller ones for these. Here's the size difference. This is the same color marker. It doesn't really matter, but I don't know, this is what I use. And I'm gonna go in here just like this. Just gonna go right around here. So I'm kind of just outlining the inside and the outside. So, can you guys see the smile? How it has that nice touch of green. And then I'm just going to take this pen and I'm kind of do these little dots that I do. I'm going to do them around here. So there's that finish tag. So that's what happens when you stamp with the gelatos. It's more of a watercolor effect. So as you guys saw, this was stamped with gelatos. There was a lot of fine print inside this jar, but when you watercolor, you'll lose a lot of those details with the gelatos anyways. It kind of depends how much water you add as well. So there's that tag. And let's see, we have one more tag to do. So we'll have to try something. Let's I don't know, let's try these. Oh, you know what? Let's try this because I really like this one. This one's awesome. And this is the Studio Calico Mr. Huey's mask. This thing was $4. That's crazy to me, but you know what? I bought it. And it's literally a flimsy piece of plastic. That's all it is. It's not even that big. I could have made it on my Cricut, but you know what? I didn't. So whatever. It is what it is. Okay. So this is Lindy's Stamp Gang Flat Fabio, just a pink. It doesn't really matter what brand you use, but I prefer Lindy's Stamp Gang over anything. So I'm just gonna kind of spray in here. Not too dark, not too light, and that's the effect that you get right there. So, and then to clean this little guy, you just wipe it off. Nothing special. So, there it is, clean. Very easy to clean, which I do like. Okay, so let me go ahead and heat this up. Okay, so that's the dried effect. It's a little bit lighter, but I still really like it. Okay, so now how about we try, you know what, let's try some yellow. I don't know. Again, I'm just playing. I don't know what I'm doing. That's the fun of it, though. None of us know what we're doing. Well, no, not none of us. Probably just me. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a little spray. I keep spraying in the wrong direction. Jeez. So I'm just gonna kind of blend this in. Probably need some more water. I like that a little bit better. So you can still see the mask behind it, but I still added gelatos, which is nice that you can still see it. So I should probably draw this. Oh my gosh, you guys, we're already at 30 minutes. That's craziness. Wow. Okay. So let's go ahead and stamp. How about we stamp this bird? Yeah. Okay, let's stamp the bird, and I'm probably gonna put it about right there. And you know what? Let's stamp with the PITT pens. I didn't show you guys that yet, so how about that? So literally, you're just gonna take your PITT pen right to the stamp, and it's totally cool to mix your colors. I just need to remember the color of this, so I need to go with darkish colors. And like I said, it's okay if you kind of mix your colors a little bit, because you can always just clean it off on, you know, a paper bag or whatever, which is what I use. I save all my bags from Whimsidoodle, my local scrapbook store, and they get put to use very nicely. So I'm just kind of going in here with some colors. Why not? Okay, so let's go ahead and stamp with this and see what it looks like. So let's hope it comes out cute. I can't even see what I'm doing. Ugh. Okay. Okay. Oh, see, it didn't stamp completely because I don't have a hard surface. Because I'm doing this on the floor. Okay, so I'm just pushing it into it. Okay, so there's what it looks like when you stamp with your gelatos. Or your, I keep calling it gelatos. When you stamp with your PITT pens. And then what you can actually do is, again, let's heat this up first. Let's use green. JK. Let's just go in here and again add that effect. So you see how liney that looks, and I don't like how that looks. So what I do is I go back in and I re-smear it, and you get less line, I guess. Let's see if this one turns out ugly or not. Add a little bit of yellow in here again. Okay, now where is my... Again, same little doohickeys. Okay, I want to add orange up here. I always do the finishing details before I finish it. I'm not really sure why. Okay, next I'm going to... let's see, I'm going to stamp. I think I'm going to use this smile stamp again. I really like it, and I just got it, so why not? Okay, let's do this again. Let's stamp smile. Let's hope it comes out. lift it up, and it did come out, so smile. And you know what? You can even go over this for a darker look since I don't have a hard surface. And a little dot doohickeys. Do a little bit. Okay. Sorry, you guys. I'm just going back and adding some little details here. So there's that one, and let's kind of look over what we did again. So, oops, we didn't make that one. Where's the other one? This one right here. So that is my little tutorial of how I play with gelatos. I don't know the correct way, but this is the way I use them. So, and you guys can also take like some sprays such as, you know, white Mr. Huey's, and kind of go over them, and then just... So there you have it. So those are my 3 little tags I've made. So thank you all for watching, and I will see you on the scrapyard as well as my YouTube channel. So thank you guys for watching, and talk to you later.